Oi, welcome to the FU. This is the international show. Yes, you heard it right. The international show. Not the game week review. The international show. You click the right channel. You click the right show. What's it called, Spoo?
The international show.
Nice. Welcome. I'm Valentino. This is Spoo.
Start us off, Valentino.
Okay, we'll start off in the Nations League. Portugal won 3-1 against Switzerland. Spoo, are you surprised?
This was the semi-finals,
Yes, yeah.
Firstly, you know how everything was grouped is like, okay, they tried making a tournament for the international men's international things to fill up the friendlies, right? So that it's more competitive and whatever, so that these teams can take them seriously.
Yeah.
And then they gave us the Nations League, and they were grouped like, okay, we'll have like two teams in one group that are the same level or same ranking, right? And somehow Switzerland made it past the semifinals, past the group stages, actually. The likes of Belgium, Germany, France did not make it past the group stages. So shout out to Switzerland. The game was dead, to be honest. It was not as dead as the other game. But listen, Portugal are a unit, guys.
Great team.
You look at the squad from the youth.
Yeah.
Although they didn't do well in the under 20 World Cup, but in their respective positions, they can fill up. Like if someone is injured, they can come in there and fill in his position.
They have
with
great
the guy,
depth also. Yeah, they have
squad
great
depth, with the same guy who's gonna do that job or a bit better. Who's gonna give him his all. But Switzerland were working as a team. They actually had a lot of chances in this game.
Agreed.
But man, like
Cristiano.
destroyed everything.
Yeah. Also, shout out Bernardo. I think he played well. Also,
He got player of the tournament actually.
I saw.
Player of the tournament.
Good for him. Yeah. I think one weakness that I saw with Portugal, I don't know if it's a weakness, but just like one sort of weak spot was they don't deal well with like a strong forward in the middle, like bang headers in all the time. I think like there was like at least 3 times where I saw them fall to that. When in Netherlands also when they
In the
brought on
Netherlands game,
Luke,
De Jong.
and he was killing them.
Even
And
in this game,
Switzerland,
in the
Seferovic.
A, in the A,
Yeah, and
Seferovic.
they were really bad. And I think it's just because Ruben Diaz doesn't really have that.
Aerial threat.
Yeah, like no,
He's not.
And Pepe is supposed to be that, but he's old, and so is
And
Jose
Fonte.
Fonte. Yeah, it's like so yeah, man. I think Portugal is definitely someone to look at, or a team to look out for when the 2020s hit. Like I've said before, when Mtama said that I was wrong, but we'll get to that later. The other semi-final was Netherlands and England.
3-1 to the Dutch.
Yeah,
Oranje.
shout out.
Shout out to you guys. Before anything, actually, no, never mind. This game was dead. This was the game that was dead. This game was dead.
Bad.
But man, like Frankie De Jong, Dama will testify to this. Dama likes him a lot. I still don't necessarily quite understand his role that he gives to the squad in the national team. You understand? As to his importance. He looks very great on the board. He looks nice, bro. It's wow, look at that guy. He has that. But I don't see what he brings into the squad. If you look at like Donny van de Beek, when he comes on, he creates chances. I think every time that they've put him on, he's an impact substitution. He comes on there, he creates chances in the air, on the side, in the middle. You understand? Whereas De Jong, I don't know. I think maybe it was because of the formation. They were like, okay, you know what, you're gonna. I don't know. I just didn't. What I saw in the Champions League and what I saw in the Nations League
You don't feel him.
were two different players.
Oh, you don't see him as much in the national.
Yeah,
stage.
or maybe it was the
For
setup. But my friends here will correct me. When they come through. By the way, we're gonna have a substitution.
That was
we're
supposed
gonna
to be a
do.
surprise. You're supposed to leave them.
It's a surprise. I didn't say anything.
You're gonna see something later. Ooh, amazing.
Yeah, but England, bro. England were dead.
Yeah, total bottlers. What I will say is right. Harry Kane isn't fit, but you're gonna play
You're
Harry
still
Kane.
yeah.
And this is what Tottenham did also, and this is why they lost, bro. And again, man like Marcus was ripping the Ligt apart. He finished him, and as soon as he came on off, it was a problem. Notes that I have also: Netherlands, they have the fullbacks. I don't like them, bro.
Why Dumfries?
I don't like
What's wrong with
Dumfries. Dumfries. What?
Dumfries, bro.
Dumfries. Ah, dog, I hate that man. I don't see his importance at all. I don't
Why?
think I saw him put in one cross. Maybe I'm wrong. I've
You're
seen him
wrong.
run a lot, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen him. You know
I
what
think
I'm
he's
saying?
solid
maybe-
defensively.
Yeah,
I think
maybe
that's one
it's
thing.
because like I'm used to the Prem and their emphasis on like attacking fullbacks and like really getting
Yeah.
the work in. I don't see his value as much as I see it on, let's say, Portugal, who you get what I'm saying, who will play a whole different game,
Yeah.
where Semedo will get forward like a lot. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I think that's where they kind of lost it.
Yeah. I think one
yeah.
thing that also impacted England was the Hurricane injury. Just like putting so much pressure on him. I'm like, okay, you know what, you know? And then I also don't understand why they didn't play Callum Wilson, who's fitter,
Exactly.
to come in for Rashford, you understand?
Yeah.
And then I think the injury to men like Loftus-Cheek. Because now, if you look at England, right, they have two different kinds of centre mids, if that makes sense.
Okay.
You know, whereas like they actually have three actually. Whereas they have like holding midfielders, the guys who are just gonna, you know, like your Dyer, Henderson, and then sometimes hairy wings. They're not as creative. Yes, they are creative, not as creative though. And then you're gonna get guys like Barkley and Loftus-Cheek who are ball carrying midfielders that they're gonna go and penetrate the defense. You understand?
Okay, yeah.
And then you get your Cams, Dele Alli and Lingard, who, if the team is not giving them the ball, you don't see their value in their team. You understand? Where it's like, what is this guy doing? Yeah. So I think like they lacked someone. They need more players like Loftus-Cheek, and that's where his injury like should have helped England, because now they if they had on Dyer and Henderson, there's nothing happening there in wings. There's nothing happening
really
there, because then
penetrating,
you give so much. You give Barkley and Dele Alli so much responsibility, and you know that they're not those guys who, you know what, I want to win the game, I'm gonna give these guys responsibility to win the game. No, you're just gonna look at them as another option. But now it's like, hey, let me put on more depth and whatever by bringing on someone more creative like Loftus-Cheek or whatever, you know. So I think that's one thing that kind of affected them in the midfield. But in any case,
I agree that like as a whole, I want to make the point that Southgate's a great coach, but he has been really like elitist sort of in his team choices, you know, because there are a lot of people who he didn't pick. You know, he didn't take Wan-Bissaka with, he didn't take Madison with, and just because they
even
played
Madison,
for long
I
terms,
think Madison would
should
have made
been
it
there.
into the squad.
Wait, bro, he should be
You
ahead of
understand?
Jesse Lingard, I think,
Yeah,
and Dele
you
Alli.
understand?
I don't see them as even on Madison's
And he's
level
one
at
of the
all.
guys that they need. Whereas like he's a
Exactly.
midfielder, he's a ball carrying midfielder, he's creative in those
he
aspects.
can
You
be
understand?
that
You
guy.
don't need three center defensive midfielders in there who
In
do
the
the
team,
same
yeah, I
job.
agree,
You understand?
bro. I saw a stat that said something like James Madison created 73 more chances than any of the other midfielders in the team, which is crazy. I don't know. Again, bro, it seems kind of elitist. I don't know why he do that, but
in any case,
maybe that's why he played Kane ahead of Wilson also.
That's true. And then the third place playoff, that was the deadest game in the tournament. It was not nice. You know, England did create chances. Both teams actually created chances, but the game was not very exciting. You know, it went to penalties. Men like Pickford scored
a good one.
A good one actually.
Yeah.
He saved one. He saved them away. But then in the final, Portugal.
Oh wait,
Men like who? Ronaldo.
boy.
Although obviously he didn't score. Guedes scored away. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, but more trophies for Ronaldo in his collection.
More than Messi.
GOAT status. You deserve
Solidified.
it.
You're the best.
GOAT.
Yeah. I don't see Guedesh's really his thing. Mtama does though. So yeah. What Mtama what? Mtama said what? Oh, Mtama said he's coming. Mtama.
Ooh, dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hello. Welcome after the awkward transition. It is now us, not them.
Not them.
As Tino
Us.
said, Umtama is here.
Yay.
So am I.
Let's
So first, we move on to the Euro 2020 qualifiers, where it's just qualifiers, but then there's one game to talk about. Turkey beating France 2-0.
2-0. And this wasn't like a second stream. Like, it wasn't a second
Yeah.
string French team. It was.
It was those gents who just won the World Cup.
Yeah, they were just horrible.
Not
see-
one shot on target.
I mean,
Wow.
they would be okay if Giroud's the only one not hitting the target. But
Yeah,
like,
they did
when it's
fine
the
with
whole
that.
team,
But wow.
that was terrible. You guys really need to look at yourselves.
I mean, they'll probably be fine. They'll probably get into the World Cup.
Yeah.
But then Euros, I mean. But then the curse will continue because once you win the World Cup, you sort of go
Yeah.
bad after that. So we'll see what happens with them. Turkey
not
are
expecting-
first in the group, France are second, but I expect them to go through.
I mean, yeah, they will go through. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Let's be
the
honest
groups
with
are like,
ourselves.
nah. Okay, then moving on to the Women's World Cup.
Women's
A little
World Cup.
little disclaimer. So we're doing our best
Yeah.
to cover it. We're trying to learn as we go. Obviously, we don't know nearly as much about the women's game as the men's game. So we're doing our best. We apologize if we miss anything. We'll try. So we'll start off with the opening game, France 4-0 against Korea Republic.
Yeah, they had them, man.
The hosts getting off to a strong start.
Yeah, you really need to get a strong start as the hosting nation just to set the tone for the competition. You don't want to have a dead game as the opening game,
Yeah.
you know? But also, this year, so many eyes. So many eyes.
Yeah, it's definitely getting a lot more attention, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
So then, moving on from that game, we got to speak about South Africa.
Yeah.
Repping where we at right now. Not where we're from.
Yeah,
know,
but
the
where we-
U.S., Malawi.
You know, we
We at here.
Yeah, we
at
at
here.
Nigeria.
He's not from Nigeria.
he wants
He
to
at
be.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Spain 3-1 against South Africa.
I mean,
South Africa were 1-0 up.
yeah,
I checked this
for a
was
long
there.
time.
And then
For a long time.
3-1.
But that chip really just brought that issue back. The issue with the goalposts. I feel like they need to just
Just a little.
a little because it's really
It should be proportionate to the
Yeah.
people, not just like they do it in basketball. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure where they make the hoop shorter so that you can still get those massive dunks. But oh well. But that penalty that South Africa gave away.
the first or the second one.
Oh, sorry, my bad. There was two penalties. The one where the chick wins the ball,
And then
she's
just-
clearing it, but then decides to just go wha, and you're just like,
Why?
why? You're losing. You're trying to win this game. You're in the World Cup.
Yeah, that was a.
You've
terrible-
cleared the ball. There is no danger, and then you go wha.
And she looked so disappointed
She
when
was-
the ref gave the penalty.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
How could the thing is? I mean, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be a penalty, but it's weird because I feel like it deserves to be a penalty if you do something that dumb.
yeah. I mean, she knew what she was doing. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. She knew.
Okay, then Norway 3-0 against Nigeria. There's two things I want to say here. So, I mean, Africa as a whole haven't started off so great.
Yeah, it's not been the best at times, but you know.
Yeah, but then Norway, I want to say Ada Hegerberg, or whoever you say those
Yeah.
weird Norwegian names. She's boycotting the World Cup because, well, the national team, so then also the World Cup, obviously, because she feels like the game needs more respect, which is a good
Yeah.
cause, but I don't understand how you're going to be the Ballon d'Or winner
Yeah.
and then not play so that it gets more respect.
I mean,
It just seems a little bit backwards for me because I feel like lots of people. She's probably one of the most known women footballers right now. So why is she not gonna play? If she played, definitely more people would have watched. But she's still doing it good for a good cause. But
I read that she said like the gap in pay between the men and the women is just too big and it breaks her heart, so she doesn't want to do it. But I'm like, people watch the World Cup. That's what people watch. They don't really watch league matches
Yeah.
like that. People who are like casual fans watch this. So if you're gonna be the best player in the world, this is where you should go and prove to people.
this
that,
is where
know,
you show why
Yeah.
people should watch, where
Yeah.
you gain respect, not
So-
where you sit out.
And I saw
for
Martin
respect,
Odegaard criticized her
yeah,
for boycotting and not being there for the nation, which is I get it. I get it.
yeah.
It would have been great if you were there, but your team still won 3-0 in your absence.
So
So
I
yeah,
mean,
shout out to them. Shout out to them.
they're doing all right.
Yeah.
But I don't understand the full politics behind it and whatever. So she's still doing it for a good cause.
Yeah, it's a
I
good
don't
cause.
think she's doing the right thing, but
The cause itself,
yeah, we're trying to give more attention to it because it deserves it.
but the timing is off.
It's weird. Moving on to what was the derby there? England 2-1 against Scotland. Did you see in the press conference they accidentally announced the new Scotland manager as England manager? They're like new Scotland club captain, new England manager, and then both of them were like, it's Scotland. I was like, he's like, no. What did I say?
I mean,
England.
I did not
He's
say
like, no,
that. Not me.
I didn't.
Not me, good sir.
And then eventually he realized it. He was like, that's the last mistake I make, I hope.
But yeah, Phil Neville's team won.
He's sporting the waistcoat, trying to get some inspiration.
The waistcoat 2-1 win. 6.1 million viewers. That's a record for like a female World Cup match.
And
So
then,
shout out to the world for watching, and
You
shout
know-
out to England and Scotland for having a good game.
Yeah, and well done. Gotta go for England. I like England in the men's game, so that means I like England in the women's game. So I kind of want England to do well. Doing well so far.
I don't care for them. In the men's game and the women's game, not just say. Let me just say.
Okay, moving on to Brazil versus Jamaica. Brazil won 3-0 and have set some records in playing that game. So, Formiga, 41. She set a record for 7 World Cups. That's crazy. The most in men's game is, 4 or 5?
Yeah, and
Something like that, and she's just powering through it.
And she doesn't
7.
look like slowing down.
So, well done to her. And it's not like, she's in goal. Where,
Yeah,
in your
she-
goal, you can play for a little long, but like,
In midfield, and she's running the midfield.
so.
I mean, she does for PSG as well, so that's pretty
So
cool.
respect to you.
Yeah.
Keep going. Make it 8 if possible. That'd be weird.
That would be very weird,
She's gonna be there with like gray hair and grandkids.
and no one would ever break her record. I mean, you
Impressive.
don't really have grandkids at 45.
They can. Okay.
They can,
And
but
then
like,
the other record that was set in that game was Cristiana.
Christian.
Cristian, however you say it, it's Brazilian.
And she wasn't even supposed to be starting. Marta was like, she has a thigh injury, so she didn't recover in time. So she's like, away, away. And with that left foot of hers, scores a free kick, hat trick.
Oldest World Cup hat trick for the women's side. So Brazil. Hey.
Oh, I thought it was just like, but I know she's overtaken like Ronaldo's tally for goals.
Thought
in
it was
World
just
Cup.
like, what does it just like mean?
World Cup. Mandem,
It probably is that actually. That makes
Womendim.
more sense. Mandim and womendim. Respect the womendim.
Yeah.
In it.
We out here big on respect out here. You get me?
And then moving on to our last game that we found interesting there was Italy 2-1 against Australia.
Oh, crazy game. What a comeback.
Yeah, I forgot her name. It's
I know
weird
it
names.
starts with
it's like
B.
one something. It's complicated.
We're learning.
We're
learning.
trying. We're
Bear with
trying.
us. Yeah, but it starts with a B.
You'll hear the homies laughing in the background, but they know nothing either.
They,
Ask them.
They know less.
Ask them.
They haven't seen anything.
So she came back with a late brace to win the
Yeah.
game for Italy. She even did what was it? It was like exactly the same as what Totti did in the 2006 World Cup. It was against Australia. It was a
Yeah.
95th minute winner, and they both went.
History.
It was.
I don't know if she did that on purpose.
I hope she did it on purpose,
Yeah, I hope
but
she
I
did it
don't
on
know if she
purpose.
could have done that on purpose. Because would she have like known?
No,
I
but the
did this in the
celebration, like,
90
whoa, I did it.
Yeah, was she like looking and then like looked at the time and is like, "That's about right," and then that would have been impressive if
Close
they'd
enough.
done that.
But yeah, so I don't know what the homies on the side are saying, but they've been whispering to me. So I think that's my cue.
What do you mean?
leave.
That's your cue to leave. That's our cue for the show to be over.
That's what I thought
Smooth. Okay, so that's it from us for this week.
on the
For the
international,
international show. We'll be back next week with more random international stuff, whether it's going to be AFCON, Copa America later, all the stuff. Shout out to Tino sneaking through. Could definitely see you there.
I wanted to do the peace out thing. Join us.
Okay, so we'll see you guys next week.
Peace
Out.